Hello and welcome to another video. So I had a bunch of stuff in here. That I'm just going to get it all get just all except I don't really want to get the AI out and test maybe. I kind of want to see what just do it. Kind of want to see what the test is. So we can do that. Do that. Cool. So that's just going to be that's just what it is. That is what the history of that day was. So this is what I have, and if we've got a show, we can go higher and some things. The spacing is a little fine, but it is what it is. It passes all the tests, but yeah, it didn't exit when I did that. I thought it might, but it does not do that. Interesting. It had like I it's because I've done this, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that reset, you don't want to type reset in this. And I thought reset didn't really do too much. Yeah, so one problem with my shell is it doesn't really like allocate its own. So in Linux, I believe it's the open PTY. You want to kind of open PTY, which is going to make a new file, sudo terminal, which, uh, yeah, at the moment I'm not really doing that at all. Not at all, but I think I would kind of need that for some functionalities. And like if I go something like this, Vim knows that it's not coming from standard editor, but you can probably just use the standard editor. The echo is how do we get out of it? I thought X would. Oh no, X wouldn't have done anything because there's no file that we were editing. And pushing up and stuff doesn't do anything. But there's a few things that we could potentially fix up. But for now, I kind of want to just maybe see what can get done with this tab completion. So the gist is that if I like kind of go tab, it kind of gives a little flash, and then if I do it again, it does a little flash. Maybe if I do L, yeah. So it won't complete on that, but it will on that. How do you get a list of everything? Um, but yeah, so pretty much, I mean, the case they give is ec will expand to one thing, and like exe will. In my tool, I've got a few different tools, but in my program, we've only got these built-ins. I'm fairly confident that that's all of the built. Just by the way, I just built the built-ins and the help command. Um, so what we need to do is ignore their advice about using a library such as readline and whatnot. We're just gonna do it ourselves. Um, so we're gonna use Bash for development testing. It's kind of interesting because this shell is meant to be kind of based off the POSIX shell, like the whole course that kind of got introduced to me is that I'm going to build my own POSIX compliant shell. And I suppose now I'm getting into the what I've done a few different extensions. So yeah, this is just another thing. So I guess they're trying to say that we are trying to imitate Bash's tab completion in a sense. I mean, Bash will have it. I've done. Can I do this? Bash has like these built-ins, and like you can kind of enable and disable them and whatnot if you want. But in for example, if I do exe, it sees all of these tools, but there's actually only exit for the built-in, so we're just gonna do it for the built-in. In fact, it says complete built. Perhaps the next one is like built-in for them all. Hard to know. Oh, like, do we ever do that? Well, anyhow, how will we do this? So I guess we'll need to go into our little app and just check on how things go. So we kind of want to read a thing, and I think perhaps this might be doing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because of the way I read the input and whatnot, things are handled differently in different places, which might not be the place thing that I want to do. I don't know. But yeah, this is a echo that it was kind of showing before, which yeah, I do wonder whether I do want to have that echo, but we'll keep it in for now. I'm just kind of having a scan of the code base because it has been a month or so since I've kind of looked at this. Haven't been feeling great, but getting back in it. So, and that's read arg. So yeah, it's kind of in the read arc. It's kind of the wrong place to do it, I think. But yeah, it's kind of gross. So in read arc, we check for like control D and control C. We explicitly check for those, and like this is actually kind of a not the well. I suppose this one is just checking like a single character. But you can use like a well, I guess it's much of a muchness. This not that one. Take me back and then take me there. It is just like thing. Ignore me. Right. So what happens when we're reading an arc? We could get control C or control D. So I guess here is where we want to have like a case, and I think how do they do the tab? Is it not just that it doesn't tab complete until I get there? So how do I want to kind of display this to the user, which is most likely going to be me, but if I am going to be personal, Codecrafters shell. So in here, I run this. That doesn't work. There's a few things that are kind of weird. When I push that tab, I kind of want to know whether that got pushed, I guess. So perhaps I can just say that I got a tab. And I kind of want to do this, and I don't know, it's just the style that I like I've seen it in a few places. Um, so, what do I want to do? I just want to say if Alt tab, and when we get that, we know that we hit a tab. So if we just run the your program again, it rebuilds. That's how quick it took. And if we do the tab, it says we got the tab. So we are not meant to return from this. Well, we're meant to return from this what the argument is. So this is like why it's like kind of a weird place to have the tab completion, because I guess at this point in Bash, it would kind of display all the options to me. But I guess in this, I'm going to just say if there's one, use it. But if there's not, what do I want to do? I guess just return it as is. I don't know. I guess come to that if as it comes. So at the moment we have like a CMD and what is it at this stage? It's like literally nothing. So I guess ignore that. So for example, if I do the tab anywhere else. So I guess tab when there's nothing does actually make no sense. Perhaps we should do a different thing based on it. But yeah, I guess this is. I'm really. I'm just thinking this perhaps might need a re-architecture if it is to handle this, because I'm currently looking at the read arg, which if I go to um, this is now still in the read arc. So I need some way to know that it is actually the first arc that I'm reading. Um, but I mean, there is other auto completions. So I mean, if I do an autocomplete like that, it will kind of autocomplete the file name. Depends on what type of application it is. And I guess like some things might have options you can autocomplete. I don't know, Bash is autocomplete, so you can do most modern shells you can. I feel real hungry for some reason. I've eaten a fair bit. I don't know. Right. So I haven't even slung any code because I guess I don't know when exactly. Oh, I'm going like the worst way. So if we go here, yes, bang, this is our main function. So in here we do say whether we are the first argument, and after we read the first argument, we're not the first. All right, so this read arg is doer. All righty. So, if we are the first, I guess like if we're the first and we get this tab, um, and there's currently no like that. There's currently no nothing on the command line. I kind of want this to like kind of perhaps I'll put it down here with a fix me So here I just want to have a fix me, or it's perhaps a to do, or like I don't know what's the difference. But in here, if we are the first, if first, then display a list of um built-ins, and we should always swallow the character. And I guess we want to fall through, and because we want to fall through, we should probably not do a break, and probably make it a bit clearer. So it will like swallow up my tab, but that is all right. So I guess here we actually need to pass in the fact that we are the first. Because if no, don't do that. Don't do that. Do that. Yeah, we have first here. How do we use it? We do use it there. Cool. So we now need to kind of pass on this technology. These are just the only options, right? So in this, we now have a full birth, and it's just a boolean. Cool. So if uh, if that all just happened, yeah. So anyhow, um, so when we are here, where does this where does this go? I don't know what it is. I was pushing. Cool. So if we are the first, we need to kind of capture this um, tab, and we may just swallow it. So the default is just to kind of add it to that. But we can just kind of do that to kind of skip the thing. So yeah, I think that is probably all right. Maybe I'll put things here. Yeah, for now. That's my endless loop, I think. That I noticed before. So in here, when I went, yeah, right, 5, 2, 1, give that, then this isn't known here. All right, what is this? Is a tilde. It's never gonna be first. Like, is it? It could be something like that, and it could be something like in the bin user. What do you have? And you have all of these things. I just realised that's an actual good use. So I guess the read to take me to this. Come on. There and so here we pass in whether we are first. In fact, it doesn't really matter whether we're first or not. Hmm. Yeah, I guess like in fact, I also kind of wonder what happens if I still can't kind of do this. We have it there. Right, 5 to 1. It's undeclared there. I thought I kind of made uh first. So like it doesn't actually matter whether this is the first arc. Like it shows me that. But like that's the second part of the um uh what am I trying to say? The auto completion. Like if I go to this, I still can't compile this. So 583. So do we have it first here? And set make uh make PRG, and this can just be um Codecrafters compile, I believe, is like I can do, and then it will just tell me, right, we need a fix there. We need a fix. Yeah, we need to spell things right. Uh, all right, cool. So that should now just work. Take me back a few places to where I was. Yeah. Just here, which so for now, if we do this, what did I want to test? I wanted to see if I go in one and then hmm, how do I want to test this? Right, so it did swallow. It wasn't even the endless bug I thought, but I had to do some compilation steps anyway. So here, if it is a tab character, what I want to do is um, I didn't test that other thing I was wanting to test. So here we can we can't actually tab complete that. So if we look at 567, we have in this looking at the tool. So tool can it starts with a tool, so it's like default to home, but what am I trying to say? So it defaults to my dollar home at the moment. As soon as I push the tab, like it, well, in fact, my one, I don't know what we'll do at that point. That was what I wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah. So we know it's starting with a tilde, so it start defaults to home. That's only if that's like the only thing. So if it's not the only thing, it's gonna be like reading something. And yeah, if it has a slash, that means it's just gonna be our home. otherwise do that, and that would surely pass. And yeah, so that just does the read arg again. Yeah, and the user is done differently. Cool. So we could do a double-handed thing. We could see whether the tab is we can do completion with commands and with usernames. So I guess I will do this and perhaps just say this is unimplemented for now. So uh, what is this called? Completion of, of users. Cool. So that's going to be that. Where was the other thing I was? This is currently. So I kind of want to have two cases. One is if first, which we should know. This one is when we are in the methods a little long. We're in the just read arg. So if we're the first, that's going to be one case. Otherwise, that's going to be another case, as with most of conditions. So here I kind of want to have completion of binaries. Well, built-in. Uh, that's kind of what it wants us to do. And here we want to have completion of anything. Anything. File. I don't know. It could be that we just don't support that yet, which we don't really have to. We really only have to deal with this completion state. So now if we do this, the first tab doesn't do anything. So we do have to handle it and read the very first read the one here. We do actually have to do that. Now, is that because Delim um so this is like I think it is yeah, so IFS has a tab in it. Man. Right. So, I guess if there's an IFS, what we shall do is find this dilim. So this is what we just pass it to read. All right. So, how do we first get it? How do we do the? Oh my god. So when we're here, how did it not find that? It was like just above. Right. So I think that can be the dilemma. But does that mean there won't catch? I think it won't capture any tabs now. That's kind of annoying. Hmm. So I guess like we'll do that and we'll do that and yeah. So at this point, no, I did want to be back at not this bit. This is like so untidy. Um, So I think if it's like if it is a tab, we should do a special case of. We should just do a special case. Um, let's just do that. And do that. So we kind of want this to just. We already have one down there. We just reach. I think we want to do something like this, and perhaps do a bell. That's kind of what. Uh, and then we do this. Go to start. Uh, golly. Start read arg. So we use the old go tos. Um, that sounds good. Cool. So we don't do a fall through. So I'll make it explicit by putting in a break and doing something like that. Just makes it a bit more explicit. Yeah, you do have a break there, but it'll never reach because of the go to. So I believe, yeah, now we just get that, and if we do a single one, it wants to do completion of built-ins. Cool. So, what one is that? 308. How do we get the built-ins? Well, so I'm gonna put a mark code. So there's a if we go to my code, it should just take me there. Now there is like built-ins. What was that one? If the first we yeah, what happens in Bash if you're not the first? It it tag completes. Uh, if uh, not first, then the anything. And I've got Bash set up in a way I think they'll do it. Yeah, so this I can't tab complete, but the defaults I can. I wonder. The problem with tab completing is you can't see it in your Bash history when you kind of go away, but sometimes it's kind of handy because here it like just showed me all the completions, but if I do that same thing here, it will do the same thing. I think it's gonna be tricky to kind of demo that because that it's kind of controlled by my input RC, which has like a whole bunch of settings on, which I guess I could switch off, but I was hoping that starting up Bash in a new shell would get that going. But anyhow, right. So if we get that's cool. What does my program do in that case? Yeah. So I think that's probably safe. Just doing like little bell and swallow. We could probably make a method saying that is meaning swallow, but uh, anyhow, if I do this we go to 308. Well, in fact, we go, if we go to my code, where it is. Um, so, what did I find with this built-ins? We did have this kind of built-ins array, so we can do something like that. And so if what we are currently looking at. So how do we get what we're currently looking at? We're kind of adding everything into this array of rets. So I think we can just compare this to ret dot data. Um, and so if this is the case, I want to say um, I kind of want to do this. If uh, well, I kind of want to say well, in fact, I've got the ability to have arrays. So I can have an array of, say, it's well, size t maybe, size t's, and this is actually a size t. And so this array, this is going to be the matches, and we just is there initialize. So if it matches, we can just go matches, matches, and we can do array add. Is that what we do? And then we just add an index, and I guess we keep on continuing. And I want to see all of the matches, and at this point here, we have like a list of the matches. So if matches uh, dot size, no, what is it? Dot length? No, it is dot size. I loop over an array just here. So if this is equal to 0, then that is empty. Otherwise, I kind of want to do a switch on this and maybe do something like this. And then we have another case for that. And because we are doing cases, we need to do some breaks. So I'll just chuck them in, and we'll have a default case of if it is big. Right, so I think if it is big, we just have mm, with many options. And it's kind of interesting. What I'm doing here is kind of splitting it out and doing the behavior of what the completion is going to be just in this one little area. So this will probably get, or probably should get, kind of chucked out into a function of its own. So we could do something like do a completion, and we can pass in, uh, I guess, well, we don't really want to we kind of want to add the actual command built-ins dot data dot command, and then we have the actual command. It'll just be a pointer to the same string, but that's all right. And in fact, like is this well is the built-in thing. It's just called a it's not const char, but it probably could be, and I wonder if that would kind of break things. Like if we did that, we probably got some other things going on. Nah, so we can't do it because we assign do it. Um. Oh, but that's because like I think no, I think if this would get fixed if we had something like that, same place. Anyhow, I think I don't want that, but I do want to have the uh all of the matches, and then we can just pass in the matches. But we also need to probably pass in like what we've got. Actually, no. I guess like what do we want to pass this? I guess grab this and make this do completions and see what we kind of need to do. So we do completion, and what we kind of passed to it, we passed in. Can I pass in an array like this? So it was an array of stars, and matches, and inside I wanted this and do that and do that. Cool. So what about the completion with many options? Cool. So completion with one options, completion with no options. Cool. So in that case, because we've abstracted, we can kind of do it from many places. We'll do it from one place to kind of figure it out, because I still don't know what's the return value I kind of want from it. Um, but yeah, what's this thing? Yeah, cool. Right. So anyhow, we don't really know what the return of this, because the return of this function is the argument that you read, which I guess if we're doing completions, it might mean that we're like still waiting for input. If there was like multiple matches. It's kind of I'm trying to think of like the features of Bash that I kind of like. It's like this I can cycle through all of the matches, so I kind of need to keep track of which match I'm on if I'm not going to pick one. But like, there's also other modes of Bash where it, like you can. Do I have that? Nah, I'm not like logged in. I turned it on, but I haven't decrypted the password, so I can't really do that. But on my other bot, actually, I've got with this maybe. It's got the little thing. We'll say that. Cool. So this, what did I want to kind of show with this? So yeah, so this also does that, but it only shows it kind of once. I thought I had something. Oh, maybe it's like yeah, like here I've like got it remembers where I started, so it knew that I had an S at the start, and the coloring also kind of shows that. Um, there's all sorts of things. I don't know, but for now I'm just kind of doing it on matches on built-ins. Um, So yeah. Anyhow, what do we do? And I kind of want to check. Does this all compile? No, it doesn't. Doesn't really like it. Is that because yeah? So I think do we need something like that maybe? And then where we do we kind of need to do something like that. Non-struct cleared inside parameters will not be visible outside this definition. Oh, I gotcha, I gotcha, I gotcha. Yeah, so what we need to do is do an SDR read, and we can do type of array of chart star of SDR array. Is that the way around we do type diffs? Yes, I believe that is so. And is that what I call it? No, is that what that is? What so then in it's like only 3 bytes, but if we take an address, then it's potentially more. I know I'm umming and ahhing, but yeah, we can now say this is SDR array, and so we'll be matching on that. Cool. Does that? Well, that part's easy. So now if we run this, tap complete on that. If we type in a single letter, completion with no options, it's kind of not that interesting. So where we get this thing, we don't want to strcmp. We want to so strcmp returns a number. So it's a negative value, but it's like equal to or greater to. I guess it might just be like I was thinking it will always return like the index on where it failed, I guess. But actually, what I kind of want to do is STI and CMP on this. So it's like not a match because we're completing it. It's a match. It's a possible match. So we actually only want to read something like that. So we read just the first. We compare just the first characters, what we've read so far, with the command, and then if it is in the command, it should be fine. And now here, I think that should completion with one option, which that's pretty good because like what can we do there? I just don't know what to do when it has more than one thing because yeah, I guess I kind of want to know what to return. So I guess if it's a bit cursed, but what we can it's a little cursed. No, it's a little cursed. I was thinking we can we kind of want to just set the red dot data to be whatever it is. So, but only if it's like one thing. So we kind of want to get a char stuff back from this. And we'll get that completion. And I wonder if the completion will. Yeah, I don't know. I think I need something like a it won't go here, of course, but this is going to be like it's going to be a stretch, and it's going to be like a completion. And so in this completion, where we can have a char start match, and it may be null, and we could also potentially pass on the index of size t index, I guess. So if we, yeah, kind of like, well, if that's the case, we would want to be passing in some sort of an index. But I guess this might look like this, and then well, match equal no, we want match to be equal to that, but then maybe have that size to IDX, and we just need a pointer to it, really. Well, actually, no, we do want to be 0 to start with. Wow, do we? We kind of want it to be -1 to start with, and so this will probably be an int. So from the thing, we'll return something like this, but we perhaps might pass it in and do that. C's a little funny with returning things, just a little. And especially with pointers, because like if we wanted to return it as a pointer, then it had to be somewhere in memory. And where is it in memory? We either have to call malloc, do that, or we have to, I don't know, do all sorts of things. Uh, or yeah, I think the easiest option would be we have a um, completion thing, um, and we can call it a match, and we can just zero initialize. So that will be kind of what we have, and in here we can maybe just pass in that match, and so and then like maybe I'm seeing this as while not this. I kind of see this as like a do that, and we can just kind of do a completion. But then like if we are doing a completion, perhaps this completion match info should be stored quite a ways away. Not too far away, but like maybe like there, and then we can kind of see where it is, because we're always going to be matching on this. I kind of don't want to pre-compute that, but like I guess the IDX might have to change. I kind of just want to check on a thing. Yeah, fair enough. fair enough. Yeah. I'm making weird noises. So yeah, I guess this seems kind of complete-ish. So what I might do is above this we can have that, and this is going to return us a boolean, and we're going to have that. We're going to have a pointer to a completion, which is going to be our match. And that way we can keep track of where we are looking, because we can see if idx equals 0 or not. But in any case, I think what if we have one option, we can kind of just say match dot match equals matches dot data, and we only have one option, so we can just take it reasonably safely. And here we can just say return true. And like perhaps we need to do this. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I was thinking back to where we're kind of capturing this, because the the data that we're matching against might change dynamically. So if we were say E, there's a whole bunch of things here. It has started a built-ins list. It's done that. If I type X, it's gonna have to like regenerate a thing. So yeah, I guess this kind of needs to like if it isn't yeah, I think if it's a bit gross. So if this not equal to that, I want it to kind of reset that match. You might just do something like that again, but otherwise we kind of do that. And I think this is now changed into a if we have been able to do it, we do it. Otherwise, we don't. So if we were able to do it, we can probably just well, we want to do like we don't want to array free. We kind of want to do an array ensure capacity of red, and we want to do it of match. We kind of want to do actually no, we can. It's kind of annoying because we're returning this char star, which I guess we do have to have our own copy in memory. So this we can have in of match dot yeah, and like here we could I don't know may not need to generate deaths. But yeah, here we can just check that matched off match. We can already ensure capacity, and then we can just do we have like a like is that a thing we can do that and like we just need to make sure that Allocating a destination large enough that is +1. Yeah, easy. So we can just do that +1 there, and we can copy to ret.data. I kind of want to do ret.size. Or what does this do? Does this actually say it just makes sure the capacity? Yeah, so it doesn't care about the size at all. Is that kind of what I was thinking? Size of easy. Yeah, so here we can go ret dot size, and this can be the of match, and then here this can go to calculate ret dot size, and like perhaps it should have the +1 there. And then we would do this and we'd copy from match match. And we should probably do an strn copy because we do know that our destination size is size. And so they will kind of copy all things there, and then we can just like return. No, we do want to do a return, but we want to return like it's normally done there. Right, so we're adding the null byte. That's just kind of what it is. So we can probably do this, but it's a little tricky to break out of the loop. If I do a break, it just breaks out there. But we can do an error, but it's not really an error. But I kind of want all of these checks to kind of run. So what I think I might do is have an end, and by golly, you don't know what I'm about to do, but I think I'm gonna do that. And where else do we return things? I'll do it here. And they'll just knows, and then here is like completely different thing. So if quote is not cool, no, that's cool. Importantly, I want to uh golly, just go down to here and see what is what. So now if we do this, we're not allowed. We've got a few things that are where that's the wrong place. That's perfectly fine. That's the wrong thing. Um, yeah, so we're not allowed to do this, but we can do stuff there and match.idx that will be -1. Perhaps we just do that and just have a neat little thing. And like the compiler, it probably will kind of compile this down into something like it'll load the standard buffer into a register. So you'll have some register that has a thing. It'll do a comparison with so it'll have like that sort of thing. And then after the comparison, you can do like a CC mov, C mov, and EQ. So if well, in this case, not equal. So if these two are not equal, well, it's really if the zero register is equal, then you can set uh, some other register, which unfortunately it's not a register. So I'm wondering whether I make this um, kind of dirty. Uh, Dirty complete. Cool. That's probably a better way to do it. And then dirty. Uh, True. So if we do have a dirty complete, we should dirty com. Then we should do match dot IDX equal -1, and that should be what we do. And now we've kind of put that check with like the bit more of a lookup in a different place, and now this is just properly get compiled down into a register. We do the peak chart twice, which could get. I kind of just wanted to see what it did. Which, yeah, so this like it does a read input, but it'll like return if we've got enough thing, and then we'll just kind of return that. So it kind of does a few things. Anyhow, right. So I'm at this point here. So I should hopefully be able to see. We still don't do a thing. Interesting. So if we did something like DC equal GCC. Oh, we haven't saved. Dirty complete is undeclared. That's I'm trying to clear there. That's all good. Right. So TCC is actually complaining more than GCC. All extra pedantic and error. I think, yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's starting to get a little dark early. It's just what it is. Mm-hmm. What did I want to check in this? So 292. It is true. So here we probably want to return a false if we ever get to the end of this. And here we can do that, and we have many options for just a single E. If we do an EC, I thought this would have done a thing because we have returned true now. We got some leaks. So I wonder if we have this one. Looks like it'll do the trick. So, and we are just kind of running that. So if we just run it, I kind of want to I want to do a break on do completion. Thank you, and then do a run. That way I can do the EC and do the tab and see what this kind of got me. So, what does matches kind of have in it? It's a string array of a bunch of things. It's got size of 1. So data, the first element is 0. Cool. So I believe this should set it and return true. And then back where we did this, we now have ret, which just has EC in it. But what we want to do is we want to make sure the capacity, which is 16, has enough to fit echo, which it surely does. So this should do, but then in the ret, we now want to copy into data that size, the match.match, and the match has echo as that. So if we do that, that looks good. And so here we have echo as the whole thing. Now I wonder, have we haven't swallowed the data perhaps? Because like at this point here, it should cool. That's all good. That's all good. Um, and now we should have args. Um, and do something like that. Like I don't know, do like that. That's what I want. So now we have args has that. So I didn't. So this is while we're yeah. So I think what I haven't done is I need to swallow this input. So swallow the tag. Um, So if I run this and do EC, we're still kind of not quite getting what I would have thought. So if we do the break, do completion, and we run that and EC, so we should surely just have the one. So that should happen there. And so Ray 1151. So this is right. We've just read that. All right. So at this point, it should be making sure that we have input. This will do like a thing, and we do that. Right. We've got that. It hasn't displayed it. I think that is, I guess, my issue. So what we do when we display it, match.emat, we kind of want to, we know it starts with what we currently have. So I guess for we kind of match size equals SDR, then match.match. So for size t, we do that size t. I equals ret dot size plus one. So we're gonna like no, we're gonna start at ret dot size, and we want I to be less than match size, and then plus plus. I might complain about his signedness and whatnot, but I think here, well, no, we don't need to do that. We can just go like yeah, maybe yeah. I think we can just do this, and I just want to print it what I have now. But so that's going to be like match plus ret dot size of the current size. So we won't debug. So I believe it'll just post out to the echo, and if we do that, it is kind of running the application. Now, when I tab complete in this, it actually prints out a final space. So I might just put that space there, because it's signifying that you've done it. Cool. I think that's that. And we've got little unimplemented things showing where we have not done it yet. So add built-in completion. And the tricky part is whether this succeeds this test. I've got the splinter in the did it just fail like straight away? Can we like submit Codecrafters submit? And then we get to see what it says. And hopefully this is just accept. Hopefully. Oh. And that's how you do it. Yeah, I'll call it just done. I like how this is still going. This is doing a full-on test, but I feel like the tests have all right, yeah. So this is I just got this for free almost because of the way I designed how the input systems work. But yeah. Oh no, that seems easy. Yeah. All right. I guess that's just to make sure that you have actually read it in or like consumed all the bytes, but surely you would have by this point here. Right, did I get this one for free? I did not. So yeah, if we need a test, there's like a quite annoying splintery thing. Expected buildering, cool. Right. Yeah. So this is when we have no options. I can see that. That's what we do. I guess I could kind of fix this. Um. Well, nah. I'll leave that for another time because I'm wondering like do something different here. But yeah, cool. No, that's that. I'll push that to. I think I to have like a GitHub. Yeah, so that's up on GitHub as well. For anyone that's interested, you can use it for a lot of things. There's still a lot of bugs, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, then let me know. If you haven't, then also let me know. Otherwise, I don't know how to not make you not enjoy it. But yeah, yeah. Have a good night or day. I'm off to have a night. But yeah, see ya.